We're playing some 2K16 with this trash player.
They should take you to the stream.
Are you gonna like start? Why do I see like a whole block around my game? How do I take it out? What the hell? My screen's smaller. Alright, if I lose that, is that because of that? Okay. Okay. No!
Was the episode good?
Hello guys, hello all my subscribers.
Right.
Today we're gonna be playing 2K16 against this trash player.
Low-key? It was low-key fucking
So basically
trash.
like, okay, I was talking trash and like, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Hello guys, it's your boy Roxanne here, and he just joined? How do I cut off the audio? Good audio.
This broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. And it's Monroe in at the 5 down low. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Now Detroit moving it up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Jackson drives in. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Middleton. Parker kicks to Middleton. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Here's Carter Williams. After the basket by Detroit. There's the bucket. Good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Drummond. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. For the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Bayless comes in for Michael Carter-Williams.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
Now Middleton, after the missed three from Reggie Jackson. Here's Bayless. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got the fast break chance. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
It's hauled in by Tolliver.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Yeah, he really could have fouled that one up trying for the big slam there, though. Just a nice, solid finish for the layup.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
It's 2-on-1.
Oh, and the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And
the basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Parker and Henson are at the forward slots. Mayo out there with Vasquez. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 roaming the paint. Carter Williams, he's checked in for John Henson. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right, in Auburn Hills.
I know.
I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Here's Morris. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Morris with a screen on Carter Williams. It's tipped. Plumlee with the steal. And it's Carter Williams, that time on the assist from Plumlee. 6 points for Michael Carter Williams.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Harris dishes to Morris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Morris a screen. Caldwell Pope pass to Morris. On the way, Harris. And Drummond kicks to Morris. Harris dishes to Morris. The drive by Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Parker passes to Plumlee.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
Steve Blake's checked in for Jackson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Plumlee. Onda Tecumbo comes in for Jabari Parker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Vasquez. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Blake kicks to Morris. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe.
Bucks foul ball. Greg Monroe. That's his first personal foul.
On defense, Milwaukee.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Well, Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that will always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx, but I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
Took him no time at all on that one.
4-3.
Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Caldwell Pope. Shot is off.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. And that'll be his third foul so far. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Steve Blake. The Bucks also with the sub. Henson's checked in to end the run. The rebound by the Bucks. And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And he sinks the second. 5 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the battle.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is having 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Bucks leading by 7.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Jackson and Caldwell-Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Here's Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Parker's got 5. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball. That makes 3 in a row to start the second half. And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Harris kicks to Drummond. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
We're talking about Greg Monroe and...
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And, guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Monroe. And it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Plumlee, the pass to Vasquez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vasquez has got his first points of the game.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's stolen by Vasquez. Now the Bucks moving it up. Parker leading the charge. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Bucks leading by 17. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Meeks, good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Feeds it to Carter Williams. Parker. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 5 assists in the game. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
It's Jackson with the drive. Johnson outside. Comes up empty off the pick.